Codex Omega was released 2 years ago, the 1st of September 2017, and since then you're touring. Am I right?
Yes.
Is this your biggest tour so far?
Yes. The Codex Omega tour cycle was the biggest one till now. We cover the majority of a worldwide tour. We did 2 North American tours, 2 very big European tours. We played in various countries, Latin America tour. You know, it was very, very long tour process. You know.
And you're still touring. Like you have some Russian leg.
Yeah,
and
only Russian left now. We
okay.
have shows in Ukraine, Belarus, and in Russia. And then we end the Codex Omega tour cycle. You know?
Okay. Well, it took a long time. Usually the intervals between the albums of Septicflesh, they are something like 3 years.
Yeah.
Also, you changed the label. Should we wait for the new release next year, like in 2020?
Well, it seems something like that, you know, after we changed to Nuclear Blast. Now the things are more, I could say, more demanding.
Okay.
You know? We are more picky on the composition process. Also, we have good, from what people say in the press, some good albums behind our back, you know, and this gives us, you know, more strength. Plus the Nuclear Blast, which is the biggest metal label, you know, gives us a boost to create something unique. It might take even more than 3 years,
Okay.
but we shall see. You know, at the moment we are in a composition process, but it's too early to mention something. You know, when will be out. But seems like will be out in 2020. When, I don't know exactly.
By the way, when you record an album, what do you prefer, a live orchestra or the orchestra samples?
Well, I don't think anyone could say prefer samples, but what can we do, you know? We had one show in Mexico with a real orchestra. It was an amazing experience, best show ever.
You're also releasing a DVD.
DVD soon. And but you know, to tour with an orchestra, it's impossible.
No, I mean when you record an album, when you in the album record, not the live shows. Live shows, it's quite complicated to bring the orchestra. But when you record, usually you go into Prague.
To Prague, the majority of time.
Yeah. Okay, but you also use the orchestra samples when during recording sessions?
No.
Or it's only live orchestra?
Only live orchestra, you know.
You mentioned Igor Stravinsky many times.
Yes.
What is so special about him for you?
Well, when I heard the Rite of Spring, which for me is it's iconic work. This work made me to become a composer, you know.
Okay.
And I went to study in England. I did my bachelor's, my master's degree is there. You know, Igor Stravinsky, it's a genius. You know, he changed how music was in 1913 with this work. You know, and all his career, all his you know, he has many different styles, and I'm a great fan of all his styles. You know, it's an amazing composer, especially his polyrhythmical patterns, his harmonies. You know, everything is unique about Stravinsky. You know, it's my favorite composer by far.
Let's get back to the album, to Codex Omega. When I heard it for the first time, I was very impressed by Martyr song, and also the story behind the story of Hypatia. I hope I pronounced it right. But what impressed you as a band or you personally in the story? Like killing scientists by order of church or by order of bishop? Or later the bishop was declared was declared as a saint. Yeah. What impressed you in this story?
Well, it's a tragic story because again organized religion creates problems, and they killed a woman, which for them was a heretic woman, because she was so advanced and they couldn't understand her,
She was, forgive me if I'm wrong, she was mathematician and philosopher also. Yeah.
She was, again, we saw a bad example of religions, and we condemned this kind of action, we are a free world and should stay like that, we are Septicflesh, we don't support any religion, and that is the reason we criticize this kind of stuff through our songs. Of course, it's a subject that has been saturated for me. This is outside Hypatia, Satanism and Christianity for me it's like Starbucks,
Okay.
It's kind of
Starbucks.
It's like it's commercial.
Okay.
It's like nothing serious about
something that people can sell and get something from it.
For me, devil or Christ is kind of same,
Like two sides of one coin.
It's something that it's for us. It's how to say. It's a subject that we don't follow. We criticize through historical events, and we try always to don't create cheesy how to say publicity around it.
Okay.
This is outside Hypatia. We have to see how also Baphomet and this kind of symbols have been used. It's also for commercial.
Baphomet became very popular.
Yeah, Baphomet's like Barbie. For me, Barbie even has more evil. How to say? Color as example.
Okay.
I believe that you have to see the things in depth and don't expose the symbols or to criticize religions like like forward. You have to have hidden messages because you try to give to your listener the opportunity to choose, to search, and to see what is the best for him.
I got your point. And if we're talking about it, your let's call it sing colleagues, Antichrist, and many times they had many problems with their names, their lyrics, and all the stuff.
The name
Septicflesh.
Provocative.
Yes, their name is very provocative, but they choose their path. Septicflesh ever had such kind of problems with the government, with the church in other religious countries or something?
No, till now we don't have any issue,
Okay.
As I told you, we have many also different subjects in our lyrical template. We are in ancient cultures, mythology, science, religion, you know.
With this, some of your lyrics are very anti-religion. I'm not talking about Christianity or something else specific, but specifically, but it's very anti-religion, and
Of course.
and I guess it. Well, I hope that not, but many bishops or church people, they won't agree with it. That's why I asked you.
Yes.
Okay.
It's how it is.
Your music become more complex from album to album if we're starting like not from Community but even from earlier works.
Communion.
Communion. I'm sorry.
No.
Communion. Don't you worry that in some moment you will create some music that will be too complex for your for understanding of your average fan?
It depends, you know. Music is sometimes relative subject, you know. And what is complex for someone that listens Dream Theater, Septicflesh is not. You know. Also, we cannot please everyone. Sorry. We follow our instinct, our music inspiration, and we don't follow any agendas. You know, we try to create something that has a meaning for us and hopefully for our fan base. Actually, I prefer to have not straightforward music, but more complex in a way. You know? For us, probably the complexity comes from the orchestra, the orchestration and this kind of stuff, you know, because in terms of metal parts, we are not so complex.
Okay. Thanks. And the last one, your music and shows are like your show is very theatrical, as I saw.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't see today. We are not happy about what happened today, but
no, your show was great, and we were really happy to see you in Israel. But what is your ideal show? How should it be?
Should be in a place that at least to show our show in a decent format, you know. We need a club that can support our theatrical scenery.
Okay.
Because when you are in places like that, it's not working, you know.
No, I'm not talking specific about today.
No,
like
I'm talking about clubs.
Okay.
You know? And this is not a proper club, but we need
an orchestra.
A club, orchestra, of course, but you know, we did that in Mexico, but it was a huge place, you know.
Okay.
We cannot,
it's something like 3,000 people.
But it was like 3,000, yes.
Yeah.
But we need something that a club that at least can support the basics for us. You know? The basics.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.